Donald Trump just got instantly humiliated in Alaska by Russia as Donald Trump was landing into Alaska, and he kept on posting high stakes on his social media platform. Russia's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, showed up to the negotiations wearing a USSR shirt. Technically, it read CCCP, which means USSR, the Soviet Union. Lavrov is trolling, mocking Donald Trump and the United States and Ukraine on United States soil. You see it right here. Here's how Paul C. puts it. Lavrov mocks America right in their own backyard by showing up wearing a t-shirt that says CCCP or USSR. If Trump doesn't react, America will become the world's laughingstock even more than it already is. The Telegraph reports Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov appeared to goad Kyiv by wearing a jumper emblazoned with CCCP. Lavrov showed up in Alaska wearing a USSR sweatshirt, very reassuring to at least 14 of Russia's neighbors. That's sarcastic, of course. Watch as Russia's foreign minister enters, mocking Donald Trump and the United States. Let's play this clip.
Сергей Викторович, а вы первый раз на Аляске? Лизейте, скажите, пожалуйста. Первый? Бывал, я тут уже. Вам нравится?
Now, Donald Trump's response is high stakes, exclamation point, exclamation point. And by the way, who else wore CCCP shirts before like that? Oh, yes, it is J.D. Vance who previously wore it. Can you imagine what would have happened if former Vice President Kamala Harris was seen in photos wearing that the way J.D. Vance did in his past? Donald Trump is also rage posting right now. I guess this is how he preps for negotiations as he tries to sell out Ukraine in Alaska. He writes, it's just been found that Democrats are buying protesters in order to fight my attack on crime. These are criminals who support crime. They are unelectable. So Donald Trump spreading more conspiracies about the protests against him right now. And then Donald Trump praises the leader of Belarus, Putin's puppet, Lukashenko. Donald Trump writes, I just had a wonderful talk with the highly respected president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko. The purpose of the call was to thank him for the release of 16 prisoners. We are also discussing the release of 1,300 additional prisoners. Our conversation was a very good one. We discussed many topics, including President Putin's visit to Alaska. I look forward to meeting with President Lukashenko in the future. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Just think about it. Donald Trump has never said anything nice about Ukraine ever. He's never called Zelensky courageous or the Ukrainian people courageous. He's never told Russia, get the hell out of Ukraine. He's never said that Ukraine belongs to Ukraine. You know, all he does is praise Putin, attack Zelensky, and rant and rave like a lunatic. As Donald Trump was landing, we have some audio of him praising Putin just to set the scene. You've got Putin's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, mocking Trump. Trump praising Putin as being very smart. Trump goes, he's smart. He's been president for a long time. So have I. So have I. We're both very smart. Here's what Donald Trump says. Here, play this clip.
A little bit, Mr. President, because I know you've had a lot of phone calls with President Putin. What's the difference in a face-to-face, in-person meeting?
Look, he's a smart guy. Been doing it for a long time, but so have I. Been doing it for a long time. And here we are, we're president. That was much more difficult than what I'm doing today, believe me. So we get along. There's a good respect level on both sides. And I think, you know, something's going to come of it. I notice he's bringing a lot of business people from Russia. And that's good. I like that because they want to do business, but they're not doing business until we get the war settled.
Are you going to talk about business?
The next day, a reporter asked Donald Trump, look, we saw that Russia continued its violence in Ukraine last night. What do you make of Russia killing innocent Ukrainians as the negotiations are taking place today in Alaska? What do you make of it? And Trump goes, that's just how they negotiate. Here, play this clip.
Thank you for coming back to take questions. We saw that Russia continued its violence into Ukraine last night, launching even more drones. What did you make of that?
I think they're trying to negotiate.
And then Donald Trump just goes on this rant about how the tariffs are not all fully set yet, and he intends to put tariffs on steel, more tariffs on steel. And then he goes, and chips, maybe I'll do that. Just like he's like winging it. He's like winging it. And chips. Here, play this clip.
There's auto factories, AI factories, and every other. They're all coming in because they want to beat the tariffs. Because if they open here, they don't have to pay tariffs. If they don't open here, they have to pay, in some cases, 200%, 300%. I haven't even set some of the tariffs yet. I'll be setting tariffs next week and the week after on steel and on, I would say, chips.
I mean, look, as Tara Hoops explains, we're going to crush tech and steel manufacturing industries because the tariff man cannot give it a rest. He's absolutely obsessed with tariffing everything and destroying our economy. I mean, we got the new University of Michigan consumer confidence reports today. What a disaster. Ugly, ugly stuff. Consumer sentiment plummeting, overall sentiment down, inflation expectations much higher, exceeding the estimates by far. Some of the highest readings, almost ever. Tons of people see inflation surging. People see unemployment rising. Really, really bad consumer confidence numbers. And how could you be confident when you have people like this? You have Stephen Moran, who maybe Stephen Moran, a little bit infantile by me there, who Trump just nominated to the federal board. And this guy's out there on Fox this morning saying everything's great. The economy's on fire. We're getting so rich. Everything's amazing right now. This is what the regime is saying right now. And we all know that's not the case. Like, we all know things are less affordable, not more affordable. We all know that people can't buy houses and can't afford their rent. I mean, we know that jobs are not being created, that plants are being closed. Like, we know what's happening out there if you exist in the United States. But this is what the regime propaganda is. Here, play this clip.
Next, Fed Governor, what are your priorities?
Thanks, Maria. Well, as you know, at the moment, excuse me. At the moment, my priorities are continuing to help the president and the rest of his team create the best, most vibrant, most booming economy in history. And I got to say, that's all going very well. The economy is just on fire. Inflation is under control. The president has scored win after win after win with the One Big Beautiful Bill, restructuring global trade, bringing in trillions of dollars of commitments. It's just been a tremendous string of successes, and I expect it to continue.
Let's have some real talk right now. If you own a handgun for self-defense like I do, your storage likely fits into one of two frustrating categories. It's either locked away, safe, but out of reach in an emergency, or it's unsecured, leaving it vulnerable to anyone. So StopBox USA saw this problem and they designed a groundbreaking solution, the StopBox Pro. With the StopBox Pro, you'll never have to choose between security and readiness. Again, it's really important to me. I have a 10-month-old baby girl. It's ingenious in its push button locking system. It gives you fast, reliable access when every second matters without the hassle of keys or reliance on batteries. It's 100% mechanical, so it works every time, no power needed. With StopBox, you can finally have both security and readiness. The StopBox Pro's mechanical keyless system allows for fast, secure access without the risk of fumbling for keys with every second that counts. It's also battery free, so you never have to worry about your lock not working. And also, you don't have to worry about tariffs right now as it relates to this, because everything is sourced in the United States. All StopBox products are proudly made in the USA. You can travel with the peace of mind as well. It's easy because StopBox Pro is TSA compliant. StopBox also offers a range of other innovative products, including their vehicle safety, chamber lock, and other essential gear designed to keep you prepared and protected wherever you are. We at the MeidasTouch Network need to be protected. So for a limited time only, our listeners are getting crazy, crazy deals on StopBox. Here's what you got to do. You get 15% off your entire order when you use the code TRUTH. And for even better savings, shop their bundles for the best deals on their best-selling products. Check out their bundles and save an exclusive 15% off site-wide when you use code TRUTH at StopBoxUSA.com. Discover a better way to balance security and readiness with StopBox. Again, one more time, use the code TRUTH at stopboxusa.com and get that 15% off from us at the MeidasTouch Network. And then California Governor Gavin Newsom's posts are really getting under the skin of the regime and state regime media. Fox, Maria Bartiromo this morning was having like a breakdown over California Governor Gavin Newsom's posts trolling Donald Trump. And it's just so fascinating that when Governor Newsom posts the way Donald Trump does in order to mock Donald Trump, that's when the media notices these posts. It's not just state regime media, Fox. I see it across the board. Like, how would California Governor Gavin Newsom post like this? That's not mature. Act like a leader. I mean, meanwhile, you have Donald Trump acting like a total maniac every day. Just such an interesting observation that, to me, California Governor Newsom has fully just smoked out the media's obsequiousness, for bizarre obsequiousness and zombification for Donald Trump. Watch what happens as they bring MAGA Republican Congress member Darrell Issa on, and he's like, first off, he's like, yeah, Newsom should not be posting like that. And we all know that Donald Trump's poll numbers are at record highs. Donald Trump's polling is incredible. The Pew Research poll yesterday showed Donald Trump's approval was 38% and dropping. Trump quite literally has the worst approval of any modern president or any president like in American history right now. But go on, do the propaganda for him. Here, play this clip.
Well, Governor Newsom fired off a Trump-style tweet yesterday saying this: Donald Trump, the lowest polling president in recent history. This is your second to last warning. The next one is the last one. Stand down now or California will counter-strike legally to destroy your illegal crooked maps in red states. Press conference coming, hosted by America's favorite governor, Gavin Newsom. Final warning next. You won't like it. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Is he joking? Is this a joke?
Well, the ultimate in false statement, Trump's low approval rating, it couldn't be higher.
I know.
But from a more practical standpoint, look, in some states, the voters have allowed politicians to draw their own line. In California, the voters made a decision that it was going to be done by an independent commission, and he's trying to override that so we can go back to having politicians draw lines for themselves.
All right, we will leave it there. Congressman, it's great to see you this morning. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So Piers Morgan, one of Donald Trump's buddies, posted this image of Donald Trump wearing knee pads as Donald Trump lands in Alaska. I'm not sure if Piers Morgan realized that Trump was wearing the knee pads there, because Morgan's a bit of a sycophant for Donald Trump. And he was like, we wish you the best, Donald. Go do it, Donald. I mean, you have Russia mocking the United States right now on American soil. But folks, the people in Alaska aren't taking it. I highlighted some of the protests this morning. Let me show you some more of those protests taking place in Alaska right now. Let me show it to you. Let's play it. Some other news to report as well. This breaking on Washington Post. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was just uncovered to be living rent-free in a military home typically reserved for the U.S. Coast Guard's top admiral. It's right on the waterfront. She's not paying rent. She claims it's because she fears for her security. She fears for her safety, so she can't live in an apartment or any other house. She has to live rent-free, waterside on the taxpayer dime, while she has ICE and Border Patrol raid people and destroy people's lives every day and disappear them to concentration camps. She's living on a military camp without paying rent right now. That should tell you a lot right there. Also, the White House has created, Axios reports, the White House has now created a scorecard that rates 553 companies on Donald Trump's list and trade associations about how hard they worked to support Donald Trump's legislation, like his disastrous budget bill, and that's how they will determine what they will be extracting and if they'll be shutting down companies, the level of control they want to take. Like Trump wants to take over portions of Intel, then Donald Trump is demanding that NVIDIA pay him a 20% fee in order for them to do business in China. This is the regime right now. as Donald Trump attacks Goldman Sachs economists. So Donald Trump is like, I'm going to shut down all the economists within the United States, and fire the Bureau of Labor Statistics Commissioner. But what do I do with all those pesky private economists? Let me attack them too. So Donald Trump attacked the Goldman Sachs chief economist and said that they should fire him. I guess one other point to note about the delegation that's in Alaska right now. It's a lot of Trump's businessy people, Bessent, Lutnick, Witkoff, and their goal is to try to flatter Putin with money so that Donald Trump can try to claim, look what I've done, and sell out Ukraine. Remember, Donald Trump's rare earth mineral deal in Ukraine. Remember how Donald Trump bullied Ukraine to give America the rare earths so that Donald Trump could take those rare earths and then give them to Putin. And that's one of the things that are being discussed. But Donald Trump getting humiliated in Alaska as he lands. We'll keep you posted every step of the way here on the MeidasTouch Network. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.meidastouch.com. All 100% USA union made.